This is the story of Ada, a woman who gave her heart, her sweat, her very soul to the man she loved, only to be repaid with the deepest wound of betrayal. When Ada first met Chaik, he had nothing. No money, no job, no hope. He was the man everyone mocked, the one people dismissed as a failure. But Ada saw something in him that others couldn't see. She believed in him even more than he believed in himself. Every day, she worked tirelessly. She woke up early to sell at the market, carried heavy loads, skipped meals just to save a little more. And when Chaik needed rent, she paid. When he needed clothes, she sewed. When he needed school fees, she sacrificed the last of her money so he could continue. People whispered, "Why waste your youth on him? He will abandon you when he succeeds." But Ada didn't listen. She loved him with a kind of love that believed in tomorrow. And in those days of struggle, Chaik would hold her hands and say, "One day, Ada, I will make you the happiest woman alive." And then success came. Chaik graduated. He found a job. He bought his first suit. For Ada, every achievement felt like hers too, because she had carried him when he was nothing. She clapped the loudest at his success. She believed their future was finally bright. But success has a way of testing loyalty. Slowly, Ada began to notice the change. The man who once couldn't breathe without her now became distant. His phone was always locked. His laughter belonged to someone else. And then, one evening, Ada walked into a restaurant and saw the truth. There he was with another woman, smiling, laughing, glowing in a way he no longer did with her. And when she confronted him, he didn't deny it. "No." He looked her in the eye and said the words that shattered her heart. "Ada, I've moved on. You're too simple for the kind of life I want now." In that moment, it felt as if the ground beneath her disappeared. The man she had built from nothing called her nothing. She left that restaurant in silence, her tears hidden in the night. But inside, something broke. And at the same time, something was born. Ada refused to beg. She refused to chase. She made a vow in her heart. If he thought she was nothing without him, she would show him who she truly was. And so, the journey began. Alone, heartbroken, but determined. She took every ounce of pain and turned it into power. She worked day and night, starting with small businesses, learning skills, refusing to be crushed. When people told her to slow down, she pressed harder. When memories of betrayal returned, she used them as fuel. Years passed, and Ada transformed. The woman who once gave everything now built something for herself. Step by step, she created an empire. She became a leader, a name people respected, a force no one could ignore. And as her star rose, Chaik's began to fall. The man who left her for a glamorous life drowned in debts, lost his job, and was abandoned by the very people he had chosen over her. Life has a way of circling back. One day, fate brought them face to face again. Chaik walked into an office, dressed in an old suit, clutching a worn-out folder, applying for a job. He stepped in, nervous, desperate. And then he looked up. There she was, Ada, sitting at the head of the table, the CEO, the queen of the empire she had built from the ashes of heartbreak. Chaik froze. His mouth went dry. "Ada," he whispered, trembling. She looked at him calmly, her eyes sharp but steady. And with a faint smile, she said, "You were right, Chaik. I was too simple for your world. But look at me now. This is my world." In that moment, Chaik realized the depth of his mistake. The woman he abandoned had become untouchable, and the bitter taste of regret was the only thing left for him to swallow. They say revenge is sweet, but Ada's revenge was not just about payback. It was proof that betrayal cannot destroy you. It can only awaken the power you never knew you had. Now I'll ask you, if you were Ada, would you forgive or would you take revenge?